Resistance to organizations. Like the ADL begins not with confrontation or division, but with a quiet, principled reclamation of fairness in our shared conversations. Good-hearted people, those who simply want a world where truth isn't rationed by agenda, can start by calling out double standards wherever they appear without apology or equivocation. Imagine a public square where cries of "all lives matter" aren't twisted into accusations of malice, but celebrated as the baseline of human decency. We've seen selective victimhood narratives weaponized time and again throughout history. From ancient tribal feuds that pitted one group's suffering against another's to modern echo chambers that amplify one tragedy. While muting another, rejecting this isn't about denial. It's about insisting on symmetry, where every story of loss commands the same empathy, regardless of the storyteller's lineage or leverage. For those of European descent, the vast diaspora scattered across continents, carrying threads of a heritage forged in the crucibles of Renaissance ingenuity. Enlightenment reason, and unyielding expiration, advocacy doesn't demand shields and spears. It calls for something far more enduring, a return to the facts of the archive and the patterns of the past. Consider how other diasporas have woven their identities into the fabric of nations through festivals that echo ancient rites, schools that teach forgotten tongues, and monuments that whisper of migrations across ice and sea. The Celts preserved their bardic traditions against Roman legions. The Greeks safeguarded Homer's epics through Byzantine twilight. Why then should the descendants of Vikings, Gauls, and Anglo-Saxons shy from similar stewardship? Build libraries of unvarnished history, host gatherings that revive folk dances and sagas, and pen essays that trace the bloodlines of innovation from Gothic cathedrals to the steam engine. Aggression begets backlash. Quiet cultivation invites alliance. In this mirror of mutual protection, we see not rivalry, but reciprocity. A world where no culture is asked to apologize for its existence. Yet true equity demands more than cultural revival. It requires the unyielding defense of free speech as the oxygen of all progress. Fair-minded souls must become sentinels against the creep of enforced asymmetry, where one voice is amplified on digital billboards while another is throttled in the shadows. History brims with cautionary tales. The Roman censors who silenced Stoic dissent, leading to the empire's intellectual rot. The medieval inquisitions that burned books and birthed underground samizdat networks. Today, expose the inconsistencies with precision. Highlight when hate speech is broadly painted to cover uncomfortable truths about demographics, or when corporate overlords platform one ideology's outrage. But shadow ban another's inquiry. Arm yourself with data. Share studies on migration's double-edged sword, from ancient barbarian inflows that toppled Rome to contemporary border fluxes straining welfare states. Rally friends over coffee or in online forums to debate without dogma, fostering coalitions of the curious. Jews and Christians unpacking shared Abrahamic roots, Asians and Europeans comparing Confucian hierarchies with Aristotelian virtues. But resistance isn't solitary, it's communal alchemy. Normal people can weave stronger threads by investing in parallel structures. Homeschool co-ops that teach unredacted Western canon alongside global epics. Mutual aid networks that prioritize local kin without excluding the stranger. And media ventures, podcasts, newsletters, even humble zines that dissect power's imbalances with wit and rigor. Draw from anthropology's deep well. Just as hunter-gatherer bands survived ice ages through reciprocal altruism, so too can we counter today's chill of conformity by gifting knowledge freely, building trust across divides. And remember, the demographic tides, projections whisper of a future where no single group holds the majority's scepter. In that multipolar dawn, those who champion universalism now will harvest alliances, while the architects of asymmetry reap isolation. Ultimately, this path isn't about vengeance or supremacy. It's the slow burn of enlightenment, where enforced hierarchies crumble under the weight of lived equality. By embodying these principles, rejecting the selective, reclaiming the historical, safeguarding the spoken, we don't just resist, we redefine the terms of discourse. The good people, the normal ones, aren't revolutionaries with manifestos. They're gardeners tending the soil of tomorrow, ensuring it yields a harvest bountiful enough for all. Start small. Speak your truth at the dinner table. Share a forgotten chronicle on social scrolls. Stand firm when the script demands silence. In time, the asymmetry fractures, And what emerges is not enforced peace, but the genuine article, humanity, unhyphenated and whole.